Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll be explaining to you how to implement the slope homogeneity test. Now, it has become increasingly important to estimate a slope homogeneity test in panel data econometrics, and this is because a whole lot of researchers often assume that slopes are homogeneous when in reality in the panel data slopes are heterogeneous. So that is why it became important in estimating or implementing the slope homogeneity test to be sure if slopes are heterogeneous or homogeneous. When I mean if slopes are homogeneous or heterogeneous, I mean if the coefficients are similar across a whole panel data set, or they should be individually estimated. And to do this, I would use the XTHST command on STATA. Then I want to estimate how economic growth, GDP, and renewable energy and urbanization affects or influences with CO2 emissions. And so my CO2 emission variable is here, the log of CO2 emissions. I'm also including the log of GDP, renewable energy, and urbanization to the model. I click enter. Now what we need to know, or what we need to use to report, to interpret the results, is the p-values of the delta and the adjusted delta. As you can see here, the probability value is less than 5%, and with this we are safe to say that the slope is heterogeneous. We reject the null hypothesis of homogeneous slope and conclude that the slopes are heterogeneous. So in this way, if you're estimating a pooled mean group or an augmented mean group or a common correlated effect mean group, you can easily use the full command option when implementing these techniques in order for each country or each firm or country or each panel to have its own slope. This is why it becomes very important for us to estimate a slope homogeneity or a slope heterogeneity test. Now, if I want to account for autocorrelation in this test, I can simply use this HAC command. After this command, you could just put a comma and type HAC here, and you click enter. Now the results are still very similar. The results shows that we reject the null hypothesis of slope homogeneity and conclude that our slopes are heterogeneous.